The story begins with a teenage girl named Ridley, who is always insecure about the pimples on her face. She's traveling on a flight with her father, Elliot, as they head to meet Elliot's boss, Odell, at his home. Odell is suffering from last-stage cancer, and because of that, he wants Elliot to become the vice president of his company. Elliot is a senior, hard-working, and highly capable employee, so Odell believes he's the right choice. Elliot is extremely excited about this meeting. However, due to technical issues with the airplane, their flight gets delayed. As soon as they land, Elliot and Ridley rush into their car and head straight toward Odell's house. On the way, Elliot starts sneezing badly because of an allergy, so he asks Ridley to roll up the car window. Elliot also thanks Ridley for coming along. For Odell, family means everything, and he wants to see whether Elliot shares a healthy bond with his family members. While Elliot and Ridley are talking, suddenly their car hits something on the road. Both of them panic and immediately stop the car. When they step out to check, they're completely shocked. They realize they've accidentally hit a baby unicorn. The creature is badly injured, lying on the road and crying in pain. Seeing the unicorn, both Elliot and Ridley are frozen in disbelief. Suddenly, the unicorn's horn starts glowing with a strange light. Ridley feels strangely drawn to it and can't stop herself from touching the horn. The moment she touches it, she starts experiencing intense visions. She sees the entire universe unfolding right in front of her eyes. Suddenly, Ridley hears her father screaming. She snaps back to reality, only to witness something horrifying. Elliot is brutally beating the baby unicorn until he kills it. Elliot doesn't want to leave any evidence behind, knowing this could land them in serious trouble. He puts the baby unicorn's body into the car and drives away. Soon, Elliot and Ridley arrive at Odell's mansion, where they meet Odell's wife Belinda and his son Shepard. When Odell meets Elliot, he asks, "Did you face any trouble on the way? Or did you see anything unusual?" Elliot calmly says no and tells him everything was fine. Ridley is then shown her room. Later, while cleaning the unicorn's blood off her face in the bathroom, Ridley is completely stunned. Her pimples are completely gone. Meanwhile, Elliot is presenting his business plan to Odell. Strangely, when Elliot looks through his glasses, he can't see anything clearly, but the moment he removes them, his vision becomes perfectly normal. Elliot ignores this strange detail and continues his presentation. When Elliot asks Odell to sign the approval papers, Odell refuses. He says he wants to move forward slowly and take time to understand Elliot and his family better. After this, we cut to Elliot's car, where the baby unicorn's body suddenly starts moving. The unicorn is coming back to life. When Ridley finds out, she immediately tells her father, but Elliot ignores her, wanting to keep everything hidden from Odell. Suddenly, loud banging noises start coming from inside the car. Everyone rushes outside. In the next moment, the car is smashed open, and the baby unicorn bursts out screaming loudly. The noise alarms Odell's security guards. Without hesitation, they shoot and kill the baby unicorn. Odell and his family are confused. They don't understand what the creature is. That's when Ridley steps forward and says, "It's a unicorn." When Odell finds out that Ridley's pimples healed instantly with no side effects, and that Elliot no longer needs his glasses, he becomes deeply interested in the unicorn. Odell believes this creature might be the answer to his terminal cancer, so he immediately calls in his company's personal doctor to begin research on the unicorn. Later that night, Elliot goes to Ridley's room and tells her, "You don't even know what could have happened to you when you touched that unicorn. I was lucky I stepped in and saved you." But Ridley calmly replies, "I don't think I needed saving." Ridley then explains how the unicorn was showing her something, how she felt deeply connected to it, and after its death, she feels like they never should have been there in the first place. Elliot brushes this off and says, "Stop obsessing over some useless unicorn. There's nothing in it for us." Angry and hurt, Ridley kicks Elliot out of her room. Later, while looking at old photos of her mother, Ridley notices a painting of a unicorn. This sparks her curiosity, and she begins researching unicorns on her own. Meanwhile, Elliot meets Shepard by the swimming pool. Shepard suddenly asks him, "Ridley doesn't like you, does she?" The question catches Elliot off guard. When he asks why, Shepard simply replies, "I don't know, it just felt that way." Suddenly, the sky begins to glow with a strange, unnatural light. Frightened, Shepard quickly walks away. Through her research, Ridley discovers that according to ancient legends, unicorns were creatures of retaliation, nearly impossible to capture, and completely invincible. That is, until they became enchanted by a pure-hearted, unusual girl. Such girls were said to tame unicorns through their nature. The unicorn would then be killed, brought to a castle, revived again, and kept in captivity. Unfortunately, during the French Revolution, most evidence of these stories was destroyed. Over time, unicorns were falsely portrayed as cruel and violent beasts. That night, Ridley has a powerful vision. She sees a unicorn running freely through a forest. The next day, the doctor summoned by Odell arrives at the mansion. Both Elliot and Ridley undergo medical tests to check for any possible side effects. After completing the examinations, the doctor confirms something shocking to Odell. This creature is not a horse. It is, without a doubt, a unicorn. The doctor begins explaining the unicorn's extraordinary biology and powers based on tests conducted on its blood and body. He reveals that he possesses a small powdered fragment of the unicorn's horn and claims it could be more effective than any cancer drug ever created. Hearing this, Odell sees it as his last hope. He orders the doctor to create a cancer treatment using the unicorn's horn. The next day, the doctor extracts more material from the horn, creates a special serum, and injects it directly into Odell's body. Watching all this, Ridley is furious. She believes what they're doing is morally wrong. Overwhelmed, she leaves the mansion alone and heads into the forest. As Ridley approaches a strange-looking tree, she suddenly hears the thundering sound of a massive unicorn charging toward her. Terrified, she runs back immediately. Meanwhile, the medicine made from the unicorn's blood and horn begins to work. Odell starts feeling better than ever, with no side effects at all. Later, while spending time with Shepard, Ridley shares everything she's learned about unicorns. Moved by her determination, Shepard decides to help. He brings in a large industrial printer, so Ridley can better study and understand the truth about unicorns. Moments later, Odell enters the room, and everyone is left completely stunned. Odell is now walking on his own, without any support. He looks healthier than ever. The doctor examines Odell once again and delivers shocking news. There is no trace of cancer left in his body. The medicine created from the unicorn cured him within just a few hours. Odell is overjoyed. Filled with excitement, he orders the doctor to create the same medicine on a large scale so it can be sold for massive profit. But the doctor hesitates and explains, without the unicorn's body parts, this medicine cannot be produced. Hearing this, Odell becomes furious. That's when Belinda calmly steps in and says, "That's fine. Low supply and high demand only mean one thing. We make even more money." Soon, Odell and his partners begin advertising the miracle cancer cure. Since Elliot is now Odell's business partner, he supports the plan. Watching the money pour in, Elliot is both shocked and thrilled. Later, Ridley approaches her father, holding ancient paintings and historical records. She tries desperately to make him understand that what they're doing is wrong. At first, Elliot brushes her off, but when Ridley refuses to stop, everyone finally agrees to listen. Ridley explains that thousands of years ago, unicorns were believed to be sacred beings, creatures capable of healing anything. No one could ever capture them. But over time, the narrative changed. Humans began portraying unicorns as symbols of evil, reflecting humanity's own darkness. Ridley warns them, if unicorns are real, then these legends might be real too. No one believes her. Ignoring her warnings, they walk away. Odell then decides to take the dead body of the unicorn's parent as well, so it can be used to create more medicine. Seeing this, Ridley is furious. She storms outside and sits alone in her car. Odell assigns his scientists the task of transporting the unicorn's body, while he, Elliot, and the rest of the family begin drinking inside the mansion. As the scientists load the body for transport, they start hearing strange noises. Their instruments begin detecting immense energy levels, and the sky fills with an unnatural glow. Concerned, Odell sends Elliot outside to check what's going on. When Elliot reaches the scientists, he finds them panicking, and in the very next moment, a massive unicorn appears. With terrifying speed, the creature drives its horns straight through the doctor's stomach, killing him instantly. This was the parent of the baby unicorn, far larger, far more terrifying, and incredibly violent. The sight leaves Ridley and everyone else paralyzed with fear. Elliot urgently tells Ridley to get back into the car. Odell's guards rush in and begin firing at the unicorn, trying to kill it, but the bullets have no effect. In seconds, the unicorn crushes one of the guards beneath its hooves, killing him instantly. Terrified, Ridley hides beneath a car. From there, she signals to her father, telling him to run inside the mansion with her on the count of 3. But before he can decide, Ridley finishes counting and dashes through the gate. The unicorn immediately chases after her, but it cannot cross the gate. Stopping at the entrance, the unicorn lowers its head. Its horn begins to glow intensely, pointing directly toward Ridley, as if it's calling her, asking her to touch it. Drawn by the glowing horn, Ridley steps forward, reaching out to touch it. But before she can, Odell's guards open fire. Bullets tear through the air, forcing the unicorn to flee deep into the forest. Later that night, as everyone sits down for dinner, Ridley tries one last time to make them understand. She explains that when she first touched the unicorn's horn, she experienced powerful visions, and now she feels a deep connection with the creature. Ridley tells Odell that they must return the baby unicorn's body to its parents. That's what the unicorns want. She explains that the senior unicorn killed the doctor only because he was trying to transport the baby unicorn's dead body, but Odell refuses to listen. To him, the unicorn is nothing more than an ordinary animal. Belinda steps in and says, "We're not doing this for ourselves. We're creating medicine to help people." Odell is pleased and fully supports Belinda. Deep down, Elliot finally realizes that Odell is in the wrong. He quietly tells Ridley that they should leave and go back home, but Odell immediately threatens him. "If you walk away now, you're out of my family circle forever." Left with no choice, Elliot stays. Odell then decides to go hunting the unicorn, believing he can kill it. Shepard makes an excuse and chooses to stay back at the mansion. When Ridley learns that her father is joining the hunt, she tries desperately to stop him but fails. Elliot leaves with Odell, driven by his desire to remain a partner in the company. Meanwhile, Shepard convinces Dr. Bhatia to continue the research, saying the senior doctor's death must not be in vain. Secretly, Shepard begins using pieces of the unicorn's horn like a drug. In the next scene, Ridley discovers a terrifying truth. Unicorns can heal themselves. That's why they can die and come back to life again and again. Dr. Bhatia realizes it too. Unicorns are never truly dead. Horrified, Ridley immediately tries to call her father, but Elliot doesn't answer. By now, Elliot, Odell, and the others are dangerously close to the unicorn. The creature's horn begins emitting an intense light. Elliot urges everyone to turn back, but no one listens. Suddenly, the unicorn vanishes into the darkness. The forest goes silent. Then, without warning, the unicorn reappears and kills Odell's personal bodyguard instantly. Panic spreads as the unicorn begins slaughtering them one by one. Realizing they won't survive out there, Odell and Elliot run back toward the mansion with the others. Elliot and the group make it inside, but Odell is left behind. Outside, Odell finds himself trapped with two massive unicorns standing before him. They are the parents of the baby unicorn. Desperate, Odell reaches out and touches one unicorn's horn, trying to control it. It doesn't work. In the next instant, the unicorn drives its horn straight through Odell's head, killing him on the spot. Everyone inside the house is horrified. They slam the doors shut, terrified and shaken. Some of them want to return the baby unicorn's body along with its horn to its parents. But Shepard and Belinda refuse. They insist that Odell died for this cause, and they keep the baby unicorn's body with them. Just then, the lights go out. The entire house loses power, and all network connections drop. By now, everyone understands the truth. Everything happening is because of the unicorns. And if they want to survive, they must return the baby unicorn's body to its parents. With the power out, the main door must be opened manually from outside. A vote is held, and Grief is chosen for the task, since he is the head of security and knows the system best. To carry the baby unicorn's body outside, Dr. Bhatia is selected. They form a plan. As soon as Dr. Bhatia steps out with the body, Grief will quickly open the door and pull her back inside to safety. The plan is set in motion. Dr. Bhatia steps outside with the baby unicorn's body. Moments later, both parent unicorns appear. The moment they see their baby's body, their rage is undeniable. Grief manages to open the door just in time, but Dr. Bhatia doesn't make it back inside. In a horrifying instant, both unicorns brutally kill her. Grief seizes the moment and runs back inside. Terrified, everyone slams the door shut. That's when Shepard speaks up, saying that Ridley is the only one who can save them now. But no one listens. Once again, Shepard secretly uses the unicorn's horn like a drug, which deeply disturbs his mother. Elliot finally steps forward and says, "We have to get out of here. This is the only way any of us survive." Before they can escape, the unicorns break into the house. They storm inside and begin attacking. Ridley runs with her father, while Shepard escapes with his mother. They scatter through the mansion, hiding as the unicorns hunt them down. Shepard suddenly comes up with a desperate idea. He can blow up his father's oxygen tank and kill the unicorns in the blast. Meanwhile, Ridley hides in a room with Elliot. There, Elliot reveals something shocking. He shows Ridley a unicorn horn he secretly kept. Instantly, Ridley understands the truth. This is why the unicorns are attacking them. Furious, she confronts her father. Elliot breaks down and explains. He did everything for her. He promised Ridley's mother that their daughter would never lack anything, and he believed money was the only way to guarantee happiness. Elsewhere in the mansion, the unicorns find Belinda. As they attack her, Belinda begs Shepard to ignite the oxygen tank to kill both herself and the unicorns. But Shepard can't do it. Overcome with fear, he runs away. The unicorns brutally kill Belinda. Back inside, Elliot locks Ridley inside a secure room, choosing to face the unicorns alone. The unicorns chase Elliot relentlessly. Barely surviving, he manages to escape and run for his life. Soon, morning arrives. Ridley jumps out through a window and escapes the mansion. At the same time, Elliot flees toward the forest, with the unicorns chasing after him. Suddenly, Shepard appears behind Ridley, aiming a bow at her. He orders her to sit beside the baby unicorn's body. Shepard knows one thing for sure: the unicorns will never harm Ridley. Soon, one of the unicorns steps out of the mansion, but instead of attacking Ridley, it gently walks up to her and lies down beside her. The unicorn doesn't harm her because it is connected to Ridley. Moments later, Elliot arrives from the forest, followed by the second unicorn. Just like the first one, this unicorn also walks up to Ridley and lies down peacefully in front of her. Watching this, Shepard sees an opportunity. He quickly ties the legs of both unicorns, hoping to claim them as his own pets. The moment Elliot sees this, he realizes Shepard has gone too far. Knowing Shepard's intentions are dangerous, Elliot attacks him using the unicorn's horn, killing Shepard. But during the struggle, Elliot is badly injured himself. Seeing her father hurt, Ridley breaks down in tears. Then something incredible happens. Using their magical powers, the two unicorns heal their baby and Elliot completely. Ridley watches in disbelief and joy. As the healing ends, the unicorns' bodies transform. Their color changes from black to pure white, a sign that they are now fully restored and peaceful once again. Ridley rushes to her father and hugs him tightly. Relieved and emotional, the two finally leave the mansion together. They get into their car and begin driving back home. As they travel down the road, the unicorns run alongside the car with their baby unicorn racing happily between them. Watching this beautiful sight, Ridley and Elliot smile with pure happiness, and for the first time, everything finally feels right again. Sometimes the real monsters aren't the creatures we fear, but the greed we refuse to let go of. If this ending touched your heart even a little, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.